Well, last week we brought you a 12 News exclusive showing you a huge flying boat that landed at Lake Pleasant, drawing big crowds and aircraft fans. Now, tonight we're getting an inside look at the plane now that it's on dry land. 12 News journalist William Pitts got a tour from the experts.
This is literally the best seat in the house. I'm on top of the Mars right now. There's the tail, there's the wings, and it's finally out of the water and on dry land.
There's something off about this. The Philippine Mars is a plane sitting on a boat ramp on temporary wheels nowhere near an airport. A flying boat headed for desert dry dock.
A 1940s era design.
Ramon Purcell is in charge of documenting its trip from active duty airplane to museum piece.
81 years ago, she was flying in World War II. So it's really humbling to be able to sit here.
There were only 7 Mars planes ever built during World War II. There's only 2 left. This is the last one to fly. It landed on Lake Pleasant last week.
And she's on the water.
It's half plane, half boat, and looks like both.
It's a boat hatch. So close it up.
It has a lot of boat parts, waterproof doors, an anchor, hatches to navigate in the water. But it's also a massive plane with 2 decks and 4 engines.
Back before computers, you actually had a dedicated flight engineer.
After the war, the Mars planes were converted to firefighting tankers. The water tank was made of wood and fiberglass and took up most of the bottom deck.
It would get 7,000 gallons of water pumped in or brought in within the space of 10 seconds.
The Mars is headed to the Pima Air and Space Museum. Once it touched down, time froze for this plane. Whatever was inside when the pilot left is what will always be there. Checklists, headsets, it all stays.
And as an aircraft junkie, this has to be like, there's only 7 of these and only 2 of them still exist, and I get to sit in this.
And every time I share the plane or have a story, I'm learning something new.
The next thing to learn is how to get a plane this big 2 hours south by road when this plane wants to fly.
And you can feel the wind. We're sitting up here 25 feet above the ground, so you can feel the aircraft move back and forth.
So how do you get a plane this big to Tucson without flying it?
It's just exactly how you put an elephant into a refrigerator, piece by piece.
Marty Batur is in charge of the crew that's taking the Mars apart, piece by piece.
It is a monumental project. You know, this is the last flying Mars in the world. And she sits high in the saddle.
Once I did see it today in person, it definitely took me back a little bit.
Damian Vega runs the crew that's driving it south, starting with the 4 engines that rolled out today, then the rest of it.
It's quite a bit of planning. We're still in the planning process right now.
Basically, pull the wings and tail off, put them on a flatbed truck, and drive very, very slowly off to a new home where others can get the same thrill of seeing inside this rare and a little strange piece of history. William Pitts, 12 News.
Wow, that thing is just massive.